The Inferno, the successor to the Fight Caves and considered by many to be old school RuneScape's greatest PvM challenge. After completing 69 grueling waves, you're rewarded with the highly coveted Infernal Cape. But what if I told you you can cheese your way there? Ultimately, you die in the Inferno because you lose control within a very short space of time. Things don't go your way as you hope, you panic and you die. If that's either from flicking incorrectly, autocast not going off because you're brewed down, or that melee you forgot about finally digs to you. What you want to do is maintain a level of control all the way through, if that's either from being a tick master and understanding when, where and what to flick, or simply moving around to stack and solve waves. Maintaining control is key, and there are several ways how to. But what makes the Inferno hard? I think it really boils down to 4 key things. There are other aspects which have an effect, but I think these are what really counts. Lack of gear and stats, clearly, but not as much as you may think. As long as you have full crystal, rigor, an eldritch staff and 94 magic and range, you're pretty much good to go. Supply management, but that's pretty much a non-issue now that with the lightbearer and eldritch staff giving you infinite prayer, most of the time your special attack is regenerated back before you even need to use an eldritch spec again anyway. Then there's prayer flicking. Most people don't know how to prayer flick before even getting into the Inferno, and in my case, I still suck at it as most of the time I was anti-flicking myself and tanking every single magic and range hit. And finally, nerves. But there isn't a great deal you can do to change this. You've invested a lot of time into the Inferno with a lot on the line, so the last thing you want to do is die. What I'll cover in this video is how to maintain that level of control by getting around the last 2 points, nerves and sucking at prayer flicking, in 2 very simple steps. Despite what many believe, you do not need to prayer flick in the Inferno at all. So let me show you how to fix that. Now in every single guide I have seen or read, they have never mentioned this, and that's because this is new technology. A mage and range stack is a nightmare to deal with if you don't know how to prayer flick or your connection is terrible. But what you're going to do is simply run from the north pillar directly to the south pillar like this, avoiding getting melee hit. Wait for the NPCs to reach the south pillar, then step outwards, and move to the western pillar, avoid getting melee hit again, then move to this corner tile here. And well done, you've just unstacked them. This also works, for example, if you have a major, then a ranger and blob stacked side by side. But what you should probably do is just a normal step out, attack once method to kill them. What you're going to do now is simply just kill the NPC standing next to you, pray up, stand back and kill it. Once that NPC is dead, if and only if the major is the one that is still alive, run back to the north pillar, and it's vital that you do this. Basically because when you attack the major, if it's the major that is still alive, it has a chance like normal of reviving the ranger. And if it does, and you're at the western pillar, you're pretty much done for, as it will hit you from long range and you'll need to step out to kill it again. So move back to the north pillar, and if it does revive on the way, no problem, just get out of line of sight of either that or the ranger, whichever you prefer, just do it at the north pillar. Next you'll notice the gear there. With the justiciar set and dinhs bulwark set to defensive, you're reducing your incoming damage by 15% and 20% respectively. Along with an incredibly high melee and range defensive bonus with both of these active, it takes a lot to kill you. On average it took a blob 10 minutes to kill me with this setup, and around 2 minutes for a ranger and a meleeer. If you can't figure out what to do in that time, you have some other issues. Now I hope this short video helped. In next week's video I'll release a guide covering everything you actually need to know for the Inferno, so make sure to subscribe if you aren't already a part of the team. Give the video a like if it helped you, and let me know what other areas you struggle with in the Inferno, and I'll see if there is enough similar problems you're facing to cover these in a future video. So I'll see you in the next one.